everyone, I hope all of you are doing good, and today I am here with class 6th maths understanding numbers. So in this video we are going to learn more about numbers, larger numbers, Roman numerals and also estimation of numbers. So we are going to cover this entire lesson in 4 videos. So I would request you to watch all the 4 videos of this playlist to get a crystal clear understanding of the concepts. Numbers are a very integral part of mathematics. In order to express any quantity, we need a number. For example, your parents ask you, how was your exam? Or how did you perform in your exams? You might say, I did well. But if you really want to give a more specific answer, you need a number to tell your score. For example, you may tell, I scored 90%. So 90 is a number. So you need a number to specify the quantity. You go to the shop to buy vegetables. The shopkeeper asks you, how much potato do you need? So you need a number to specify. You need to tell him that, okay, I need 10 potatoes or I need 10 kg potatoes. But in any of the cases, you need a number. Mama serves you pizza for dinner. You need to tell her that how much do you want to eat? You want to eat 1 pizza, 2 pizza, half of a pizza. So all of these are numbers. 1, 2, 1 by 2. So they are all numbers. So you see, whenever we try to talk about a quantity, we need a number to specify it. And that is why numbers play a very critical role when we study mathematics.
Now, when you talk about numbers, we see that numbers have a huge range. Now, numbers can be as small as something like 1, 2, 3. Like on the screen, you see 3 toffees. So, numbers can be that small, which can be very easily counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all small numbers. But at the same time, numbers can also go big. Now, as the numbers of toffees keep increasing, they might even go up to 15, 20, and after some time, if you keep collecting more and more toffees, it might even go to 100, 500, 6,000 or even 10,000. In fact, numbers can actually go really big, much beyond these numbers. Now, they can be as small as a single digit number like 1. They can be huge as a 7-digit, 8-digit, 9-digit, 10-digit number. So let us look at this example where we will actually see how the range of numbers keep increasing. You think of a toffee. The cost of the toffee might be rupees 2. So 2 is a very small number, a single digit number. Think of a book. The cost of the book might be rupees 100, which is a 3-digit number comparatively bigger than the number 2. Think of a dress which might cost you somewhere around 2,000 rupees, which is again a bigger number when compared to 100. Think of buying a car that might cost you somewhere around 4 lakhs. So you see, now you started with a single digit number 2 and now you are at a 6-digit number. You think of buying a house that might even cost you some 60 lakhs rupees. So now you have a 7-digit number. So the range of numbers, they can start from a single digit number and it can go to infinity. It can be a 7-digit, 8-digit, 9-digit, 10-digit, 11-digit. I mean, there is no end to it. So that is the range of numbers. So I hope you can understand how huge the range of numbers are. The numbers can be very small, numbers can be very big as well. So now the question is, when we have 2 very big numbers, like how you see on the screen, and if somebody asks you which is bigger, now looking at these numbers itself is scary. Now telling which one is bigger is all the more tough. So it is very difficult to decide which one is bigger when you have larger numbers to deal with. If you are given a very big number again, like 672, 663, 5534, and if I ask you, how would you call this number? Now, for example, if I give you a smaller number like this, how would you call this number? You would quickly say, this is 26. If I give you a number like this, how would you call this number? You would say 3519. right? So with smaller numbers, you can very quickly tell the name of that number. But when it comes to bigger numbers, it becomes difficult to tell how do you name that number. If somebody tells you that the cost of one book is rupees 200, how much would 1542890 books cost? So again, that's a huge number, right? Now whenever you have to deal with bigger numbers, it is a challenge because the bigger numbers are so big that they are themselves scary. Now operating those numbers is like difficult. So here in this lesson, we will deal with larger numbers. We will see how do we write larger numbers in words, how do we decide which number is bigger and which number is smaller. So we will deal with all those things. So we will know all about numbers. Now before we go ahead, let us first look at the number list. Now from where does our number starts? It naturally starts from 1. So that's where we start counting numbers. Now what do you see here? The number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and so on. Finally, you reach a number called 99, beyond which you have 3 digits number. So gradually what you see, as your number list keeps going, the number of digits in a number keeps increasing. So you start with a 1-digit number, then you have 2-digit numbers, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. And this list is unending because there are infinite number of numbers possible. Now what we observe is as the number of digits increases, number as a whole becomes greater. So if you compare any number like 1001 with 12, which one is greater? 1001 because it has more number of digits. Now looking at this table, we have a certain observations. Now if I ask you which is the largest 2-digit number, what would you say? The largest 2-digit number will definitely be 99 because after 99 you have a 3-digit number. Similarly, if I ask you which is the largest 5-digit number, so that would again be 99999 because after this you have the 6-digit number. So this is the largest 2-digit number. Similarly, which is the smallest 3-digit number? That is nothing but 100. So this is the smallest 3-digit number. Now these are certain things that you get to observe when you have this number list in front of you on the screen. And another interesting thing that we observe is all these numbers, so many infinite numbers, how are they created? They have been created with these digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So these are the digits with the help of which these infinite numbers have been made. So with these 10 digits, we have made infinite numbers, we have made uncountable numbers. So that's again a beautiful thing. Do you know any number which has something other than these? No, you think of any number, they will have only these digits. So it is basically a number is formed by different arrangements of digits. So that's how we make numbers. So now let us talk about making numbers. How do we make numbers? So number is nothing but arrangement of digits. Now when you interchange the order of digit, you make new numbers. Let us look at few examples. On the screen you see 25. Now 25 is made up of 2 digits, 2 and 5. So they together make 25. Now what if I interchange the position of the digits? That is, if I place 2 here and 5 here, what will I get? I will get something like 52. Now do you think that 25 and 52 are the same? Of course not. 52 is a greater number than 25. So they are different numbers. Similarly, when you have a 3-digit number like this, 4, 5, 6. So you have 3 different digits here which make this number. Now the moment you interchange the position of the digits, for example 465, or if you write 546, or if you write 654, or 6, 4, 5. Now look at any of these numbers, all of them contain these 3 digits, that is 4, 5 and 6. It is just that their positions have been changed, and by changing the position we are coming up with absolutely new numbers. And the same is true for all these numbers, but the only difference is that when we were dealing with smaller numbers like a 2-digit number, the only possibility was to interchange the position of these 2 digits. But when you are dealing with bigger numbers, there are more possibilities that can happen. For example, here you had so many possibilities. Now here you will have all the more number of possibilities because you have more number of digits. So 2 can go here, 2 can be placed here also, 2 can also be placed here, 2 can very well be placed here. So you can play around with the digits because you have more number of places here. So it is a 5-digit number, so you have actually 5 places. So they can like interchange amongst themselves to form many different numbers. So in this way we can actually make numbers. In fact, this is the way how numbers are made. Now let us talk about smaller and bigger numbers, because that was the first challenge which we had, that how do we decide which is a bigger number when we have to deal with large numbers. Now let's say that you are given 5 digits, that is 5, 6, 9, 8 and 1. Now if I ask you how many numbers can we make from these 5 digits, do you know how many numbers we can make? So let us try making numbers with these 5 digits. So let's say that you have these 5 digits. Now let's start making numbers. Let's say we make one number something like 18965. We make a number like 19865. We can also make something like 89165. We can also have 81569. We can have something like 15698. Again, this could also be a possibility. 15689. 98651 could also be another possibility. 91568 could be another possibility. 69815, 68159, 59816, 58196. So in this way you can have many numbers that can be formed from these 5 digits. Now here I have just noted down a few of them. Now if you want, you can continue to make more numbers just for your understanding or for your fun. Now the interesting thing that we will observe here is, if I ask you which is the smallest number that you can make from these 5 digits. Now can you tell me which is the smallest number? Now looking at the screen right now we have jotted down some 12 numbers. Right? Now as I told you that many more numbers can be formed with these digits. Now looking at the screen, you would see that this number is the smallest of whatever I have written on the screen. And if you want, you write more numbers, but still you will find that this is the smallest of all the numbers. So this is my smallest number. Now why is this my smallest number? Okay, that is something that we will discuss a little later. What about the largest number? Again, when you start looking for the largest number, you would see that this number, that is 98651, is the greatest number. Try making more numbers out of these 5 digits and you will end up seeing that this is the smallest and this one is the greatest. So what do we get to know from this? Now, do you notice something very unique in the smallest number as well as in the greatest number? Do you notice something very unique? No? Okay, I will tell you. Just observe that in the smallest number, the digits, they are arranged in increasing order. So the smallest digit is at first, which is followed by the greater digit, which in turn is followed by a greater digit, which in turn is again followed by a greater digit, and so on. So 1 is smaller than 5, which is smaller than 6, which is smaller than 8, which in turn is smaller than 9. And that is why this is the smallest number that is formed from these given set of digits. Similarly, when you look for the greatest number that is being formed, it is just the opposite. In this case, the first digit that you have is the greatest digit. and then 9 is greater than 8, 8 is greater than 6, 6 is greater than 5, and 5 is greater than 1. So in this case, you have the digits placed in decreasing order or descending order. So that is why this is the greatest number that can be formed from the given set of digits. So what we conclude here is the smallest 5-digit number that can be formed from these 5 different digits is that number where the digits are arranged in increasing order. Now that is very common also, because whenever the digits will be arranged in increasing order, the smallest digit will be at the beginning. Now in this case, this is like 15,689, right? So 15,000 will always be smaller than say 68,000 or 98,000 or 89,000. So if the first digit, if all the numbers are made up of 5 digits, and if the first digit is smaller in one number, that means that number as a whole is also smaller. So let me give you another example to clarify this. Let's say that you have these numbers. These are all 3 digits number. Now all of them are 3-digit number. Which is the smallest number? 293. So why? Because 2 is smaller than 3 as well as 5. So 293 is the smallest number. Right? Now if I give you another example where you have 3961, 293, 596, and here you have 2938. Here, which is the smallest number? Do you think that 2938 will be the smallest number? No, because in this case these two are 4-digit number and this is a 3-digit number. So yes, this is going to be the smallest number. Now in this scenario here, all the numbers are 5-digit number. So all of them are 5-digit number. So whichever number will have a smaller digit in the beginning, that is going to be a smaller number. So that means any number which one of the numbers which is starting with 1 has to be the smaller number. Now out of that also, that number will be the smallest number where the digits are arranged in increasing order. Similarly, the greatest 5-digit number would be the one where the digits are arranged in decreasing order. So now we know this concept, and knowing this, if we are given a set of digits, maybe 10 digits, 12 digits, or whatever number of digits, and if I ask you what is the smallest number that can be formed using these digits, you can very quickly tell me, because you can very quickly arrange those digits in increasing order. Similarly, you can very quickly tell the greatest number that can be formed out of those digits by arranging the digits in decreasing order. Now when we have to deal with such bigger numbers, now it is very important that we know the position of each digit in a number. So there are different places in a number. So let us start with a smaller number like 25. So in 25, 5 is at the units place and 2 is at the tens place. Now why do I call this a units place and why do I call this a tens place? Now how can we write 25? We can say this is 2 into 10 plus 5 into 1. So basically 5 multiplied by 1, 2 multiplied by 10. Why is 2 multiplied by 10? Because 2 is at the tens place. Right? And that is why you get it as 25. So basically the last digit, the cornermost digit is always at the units place. The next digit is at the tens place. The next digit here would be at the hundreds place, thousands place, 10,000 place, and so on. So this is the sequence of the positions of digits: units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, and so on. So let us look at another example like 456, that is 456. So this would be units place, this would be tens place, and this would be hundreds place. So how can we write this? We will write it as 4 into 100 plus 5 into 10 plus 6 into 1. So how much will you get out of this? You'll get 456. Let's look at more examples. So here you have a 5-digit number. So this would be units, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So basically this can be written as 2. So let us start from units place. So this would be 2 into 1. Next is 5, that is tens place. So that would be 5 into 10. Next is 0, which is at hundreds place. So this would be 0 into 100. Next is 7, which is at 1000 place. So this would be 7 into 1000. And after that you have 2, which is at 10,000 place. So this would be 2 into 10,000. So this is how you get 27,052. Yet bigger number, so this would be unit, 10, 100, thousands, 10,000s, 1 lakh, right? And similarly, if you have even bigger numbers, so the position will continue in this fashion. So these are the positions. Now why did I talk about the position? That's because now when we talk about bigger number, smaller number, we will talk about a lot of other things. So that time when you know this concept of positioning of the digits, it will be easier for you to understand. So now without wasting any further time, let us quickly look at the rules to compare numbers. How do we know which number is bigger and which number is smaller? So there are a few rules to remember. Rule number 1, a number with more number of digits is always greater. So for example, you have a digit like this, 2659432, and you have another number like this, 4396, 24396, 859142. Now looking at these two numbers, if I instantly ask you which is greater, so the number with greater number of digits. So this number has more number of digits. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is an 11 digit number, whereas this one is a 7 digit number. So definitely this number is greater than this number. So this is rule number 1. So if you have to compare two numbers with different number of digits, the one with greater number of digits is a greater number. Rule number 2, a number with digits in descending order is the greatest number possible with those digits. Now this is something that we had discussed in one of the previous slides, that let us suppose if you have some digits like 5, 9, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, 2. So if you are given a set of digits, now for these set of digits, the greatest number would be the one where the digits are ordered in descending order, that is in decreasing order. So the number should start with the greatest digit, which is 9, then should come the next digit, which is 6, then should come the next digit, that is 5, and so on. When you order all the digits in descending order, you get the greatest number that is possible with these digits. Similarly, a number with digits in ascending order is the smallest number possible with those digits. So for these digits, the smallest number would start with 1, then 2, and then 4, 5, 6, 9, and so on. So these are some simple rules with the help of which we can compare bigger numbers. So let us compare a few numbers. 1467 and 61780, which is greater? Obviously 61780 because it has 5 digits and this has 4 digits. So this is bigger. 1467 and 6178. Now here both the numbers have the same number of digits. So which one is greater? Now here look at the first digit. Here the first digit is 1 and here the first digit is 6. So 6 is greater than 1. Therefore this is a bigger number. Right? Now why are we comparing this number, the first number? Because this first number is at the thousands place, right? This is units, tens, hundreds, thousand. So 1 at the thousand place means that this number is in the range of 1000. And here 6 is in the thousands place. That means this number is in the range of 6000. So which is definitely bigger. So therefore this number is greater than this number. 1467 and 06178. Now here this is an interesting catch. Now you might say that this is a 4-digit number, this is a 5-digit number, so this should be greater. But that is not the case, because in this number the first digit is a 0. And whenever you have a 0 at the beginning of the number, the 0 doesn't have any value. So basically 06178 is same as 6178. Do you want me to prove that how 06178 is equal to 6178? Now let us try to expand 6178. So we can expand it somewhat like this. 6 is at the thousands place. So 6 into 1000 plus 1 into 100 plus 7 into 10 plus 8 into 1. So this is how we can expand 6178. Now what about 06178? How can we expand this? This would be something like this. 0 into 10,000 plus 6 into 1000 plus 1 into 100 plus 7 into 10 plus 8 into 1. So this is how we will expand this. But here in this case, 0 multiplied by 10,000, 0 multiplied by anything becomes 0. So basically this term becomes 0. So you are left with the same thing as you had in this case. And that is why we say that whenever you have 0 as the first digit of the number, that 0 doesn't have any value, because this term vanishes altogether. So here also it actually means 1467 and 6178. But anyway, 6178 is greater than 1467. That is a different story. But what I'm trying to say is, just by looking at the number of digits, you cannot say that this is greater. Let's look at another example, 111 and 11111. So here you have just one digit being repeated number of times. So in this case it is repeated 3 times, here it is repeated 5 times. So here it has more number of digits, so this is a bigger number. So in this fashion you can compare numbers. So even if you are given larger numbers, you can follow these rules. You can look at the positioning of the digits and you can decide which one is bigger and which one is smaller. Now let us look at this scenario. Here we see that this girl, she has a book and the cost of the book is rupees 154. This other girl, let's name her Lata. So Lata is this girl and this girl, let's call her Seema. So Seema has a book and the cost of the book is rupees 154. That is rupees 154. Now Lata doesn't have this book and she also wants to buy this book. But the amount of money that she has is 145 and the cost of the book is 154. Now with rupees 145 in her wallet, do you think that Lata would be able to buy this book? No. Why? That's because 145 is lesser than 154. So 145 is less than 154. Now some of you might think that 145 and 154, both these numbers, they contain the same digits. So both the numbers are made up of 3 digits, 1, 4 and 5. But what happened? Shifting the digits changed the number as a whole. That's what we had learned before also, that the moment you change the position of the digits, that overall the number changes. Now here if you look at 145, so here 5 is at units place, 4 is at tens place and 1 is at hundreds place. So it is basically 1 into 100 plus 4 into 10 plus 5 into 1. But in this case what happens? 5 and 4 gets interchanged. So here 4 is at units place, 5 is at tens place and 1 is at hundreds place. So this is 1 into 100 plus 5 into 10 plus 4 into 1. So the value of this part changes in both of them and that is why the overall the number changes. So what we learn is shifting digits can change the number. In fact, in most of the cases, as long as we are not talking about repetitive digits, let's say instead of 145, had it been 115. So if you interchange the position of both the ones, so that might not matter. But as long as you have unique numbers and if you unique digits, and if you shift those digits, the number will get changed.
I hope you found the video useful. In the next video, we are going to learn about larger numbers. So be with us.